So what is the value of a tax credit? A tax credit is a tax incentive which allows a taxpayer to offset the amount of the credit they have accrued from their total tax liability they owe the government. Business owners who want to decrease expenses and increase cash flow should take advantage of every tax credit and deduction offered by the IRS. Today, I'd like to talk about the Work Opportunity Tax Credit that is available to any employer who wants to hire employees. Now, when a business tries to do this on their own, this is the process that they confront. First, they will hire an employee, and then they will have that employee take the survey, which is provided by the government. Once that survey has been taken, then your HR department will submit that survey through the paperwork that is required, and that paperwork must be completed and submitted and approved within a 28-day period of time. If there's any mistakes, they have to be corrected and resubmitted by mail. It's the only way this paperwork gets taken care of. Consequently, most businesses will only receive about 10% of the employees that they run through the system as being approved. Where do the problems come in? First problem comes in where the employee takes the survey. Since there are questions on this survey that will alert the employer of some things that the employee might not want the employer to know, the employee is likely not to answer some of these questions honestly, therefore avoiding the opportunity for the employer to actually secure this tax credit. On the other side, the employer has no way of knowing until this paperwork has been completely submitted and approved whether or not this employee actually has a tax credit available to them. That's why most companies will only have about a 10% result. What we do is we streamline the process for the employer and therefore improve their results from 10% to closer to 50% of all employees that they run through the system. Here's how our system works. First, we will set up a website for the employer where the employer can then enter the name, email, and cell phone numbers of all the resumes that come into that employer. We will then email and text each of those employees or prospective employees, and we will ask them to complete the survey. Unlike when they take the survey with the employer, we will notify them that we will never share the information and answers that they give us on this survey. Once they've completed the survey, we will immediately go back to the website and post those employees or prospective employees who have or may have a credit available to them. Now the employer knows before he's even started the interview which of these employees might have a tax credit attached to them and then be able to take advantage of it. Once the employer hires the employee, then he will note that in our system, and we then will begin the paperwork process. We file all the paperwork and we secure the credit for the employer. Then the employer will book the hours worked by the employee, and once that employee has worked 120 hours, they will receive 25% of the credit. Once that employee has worked 400 hours, they will receive 100% of the credit available, and we will book those credits on a quarterly basis. You can activate your own website today by going to hiringincentives.org. You will also be able to find out how much credit might be available for the number of employees you hire in a given year. The website costs begin at $19 a month, and you only pay for the employees you hire. We take 15% of the credit earned for all the work that we do. We are here to help you succeed. We are Homeland Consulting Group, and you can find us on the web at homelandconsultinggroup.com. Please call us and let us know if we can help you.